What's going on, Nerd Nation? This is Sleevecard signing in and welcome you back to another episode of the Professional Battlers League right here on YouTube. This week, you guys, we are going into week number 8 already, and we're facing off against none other, the one, the only Kryptic Flash out here on YouTube. So as I pull him up and get ready to send off that request for the battle, last week, you guys, if you missed it, we were able to pull out a win, which is amazing considering we were in the middle of that 4-game losing streak. So we were able to pull out a win, bringing us up to 2-5. We are unfortunately going to be finishing outside of the playoffs, but we do have a chance to kind of get another win here and at least get back into respectability. Now, Kryptic is in the playoffs. He's doing actually pretty well this season. I'm not sure what his exact standings are, but I do know that he's in the playoffs, and he's doing pretty decently. Now, I am running the same team as last week, so I didn't switch up the team too much. One, because I didn't really have that much time to switch up the team, and two, I kind of liked the matchups. I was very tempted to bring out Landorus for this one, but I decided just to stick with what we had and kind of see where everything falls. Now, his team, I know that he has Delmise. I know he has Mega Aggron. He has Gardevoir, but not a Mega Gardevoir. So, it could be interesting. I know he has Primarina. Okay, so here's what we got. We got Heliolisk, Latios. Okay, so we have Heliolisk, Latios, Hippowdon, Primarina, Aggron, which is the Mega Aggron, and Nihilego. I can never pronounce like some of the Ultra Beast names. Nihilego, whatever. So if I had to guess, I'm gonna say Aggron or Hippowdon are probably his leads. If that's the case, I'll just lead in with Keldeo, because Keldeo is going to take out both of those. Really not too badly. So we'll lead in with Keldeo, and we'll kind of go from there. Alright. So hopefully I'm right. Hopefully it is Powdon, which I feel like is most likely the lead. Kind of going with like a Sandstream, maybe Stealth Rocks kind of set. So possibly that's what we're going to see. He's kind of weighing around too, so I think he's looking at our team right now and probably trying to figure out what our lead is, because we really don't have a go-to lead right now. Typically, and you guys saw this earlier in the season, but earlier in the season, we ran Klefki as our lead, and Klefki was kind of our lead. Roserade was on the team for a while as well, and Roserade kind of operated as the lead. But in this particular set and team that we have, we don't have a like set lead per se. So it's kind of hard to predict what we'll run, because it's kind of responsive to what they'll run. Yep. Okay, so he's going for the Heliolisk, which I kind of thought he might do, just because he might go, okay, he might double predict us in a sense. But that's fine. So we have Secret Sword, which is going to do a decent amount of damage to this. So I'm kind of curious. Heliolisk is base like 110, something like that. So Heliolisk should outspeed us, I think. And I feel like his Heliolisk is probably going to be Choice or something. But we'll go for it. We'll go for the Secret Sword, because Heliolisk, I think, outspeeds Keldeo by like a very small margin. Like Heliolisk is like base 110 speed, and we're like base... I think Keldeo is like base 108 or base 109. Okay, that's fine. So he'll swap. We just went for the Secret Sword. So that'll hit everything. That'll pretty much hit everything he has. Not highly, but it'll do some damage to at least everything. So Beauty Queen will eat this up. One, because it's not very effective. Two, it's kind of bulky. So, yeah, we really don't have anything that's going to take that out, per se. So, we can go into Raikou. I'm trying to see what our options are. We can go into Raikou, which might be our only option, honestly, on this. Which is going to be what we'll do. So, we'll go to Raikou. He's probably, if I had to guess, Moonblast, maybe. Because Moonblast would be super effective on Keldeo. He doesn't have the Farium Z, because we actually have the Farium Z. He has the Poisonium Z, and I think that's his only Z crystal. So, that's all we really have to worry about, is if, he uses a poison move. I don't know. I don't know really what he'd have. I'd have to look at it and see what he would have that would run a poison move. But I'm going to say that he'll swap here, just because of the time he's taking. Like, he's got to know that we're going to swap, so he's got to be over here swapping as well. And the other thing, this is the other thing he's going to do, and this is going to kind of drag this battle out, I feel, a little bit. I've watched some of his battles, and he calcs a lot of his moves, so he'll sit there and calc IVs, EVs, nature types, how much damage stuff should do, vice versa. Which, I mean, I'm not calling them out or anything. It is beneficial if you're doing a lot of battling. Like, it's a smart play, if you're gonna battle, why not use every tool you have at your resource to go ahead and get the win? So I feel like he's calcing out moves right now, which, like I said, I'm kind of indifferent on. I know I've met some people, and this is like, I would say few and far between, but I have met like the occasionally rare person who gets all like pissy that someone's calcing, which, I don't know, it's whatever. Like, I don't care because it's a tool. It's sort of like the people that get upset about special training or IV breeding and stuff like that. Like, it's a tool available to you, so I'm not going to get too pissy about people that might like power save or gen to get the IVs that they want. Like, if you have the tool, use the tool. So, whatever. The only thing that kind of stinks is it does draw the battle out just a little bit. But, again, to each their own. Now, we should outspeed here. Because, like, we should definitely outspeed here. Because Primarina is not known for its speed. So, unless he, for some reason, is running, like, I don't know. Actually, it doesn't even matter what he runs. Even if he's running, like, Choice, I feel like we'll still outspeed, because Primarina is base, I want to say, like, base 60 or something, and Raikou, I know, is, like, base 115. So we're almost double base speed. So even if he has a Choice item, we should still be pretty well set up, because this Raikou is also boosted in its speed. Lily, okay, so that's going to be the Nilmanilano. I don't know. We'll just call it Lily. Like, that's what he's going to nickname it. We'll call it Lily, too, just because the hell if I know what I would possibly use it for. Yeah, so we're Choice Spec. That's the only downside, is, of course, we're Choice Spec, so I can't use what I wanted to use, which is HP Ice. So we'll end up swapping. Now, Rock Poison. Rock Poison. We can go that route. Yeah, I'm going to go for the Malamar route. I can go into Malamar. We do have superpower, so we can get some damage off that way. And if we go that route, get the damage, and get a boost or something, I mean, I'm not going to be upset. Ooh, that did way too much damage. But again, that's also kind of the way things fall. So we'll go for the Psycho Cut. This thing, honestly, it should outspeed us because Malamar is slow as balls, honestly. Like, I like Malamar. Malamar's slow as balls. But Nihilego is like base 100. So it doesn't really matter because it's going to outspeed anyways. So unless he swaps here, which, I mean, could be a possibility. If I were him, I would just go for another Sludge Wave, get the KO. But he might swap, I don't know. Come on. Yeah, see, I would just Sludge Wave again, too. So we're going to just sack off Malamar. There's kind of... It's like I want Malamar to do more, but I realize it's not going to happen. So, what we'll end up doing, we'll go into Keldeo. And hopefully, with Keldeo... I'll go for the Scald. Hopefully, with Keldeo, we can outspeed. It just also depends on what item he's holding. So, he went for Sludge Wave twice. Now, that could mean that he's Choice, or that could mean that he's... Yeah, it could mean that he's Choice, or it could just mean that he's, double-clicking it for Stab to take us out. So we'll kind of see on the third move here. Which, honestly, if he reveals he's Choice, I'm not going to be upset. Like, I don't know. If he reveals he's Choice, we could be in an interesting predicament. Because this thing getting more boosts would be difficult for us. But also, like, we're not a bulky team. This is the one issue I've had all season, I've found out, is we just, like, not that I've found out, but as we've gone through it, like, we just don't have the bulk, really, to compete with a lot of what we need. So, unfortunately, that's where we're kind of stuck. Oh, we get the burn, though. So we get the burn, which puts this thing on a bit of a timer, but not as much as I'd like, because... It doesn't put on as much of a timer as I'd like because of it being a special attacker. So what I'm actually going to do here, and this might seem a little weird, is I'm going to sit in. I'm actually going to stay in, and we're going to go for another Scald. Now, the reason for this is if I sit here long enough, I feel like he's going to predict that we swap. So he might be predicting that we go into Raikou. So, if he does that, I'm actually going to go Secret Sword. So we'll go Secret Sword. Oh, he stays in. Oh, okay. I thought he was going to think we'll swap. But he actually... he double predicted us again. Alright, that's annoying. Oh! Okay. Okay. So we do manage to hold on here. So the question is... Do we go again? Yeah, we'll go for Scald again. Or we'll go for Scald this time. The question was, do we go again or do we stay in? So we're sacking off Keldeo, unfortunately. I feel like this is going to be the problem, is we're running out of threats right now. So, if that goes down... So here's the thing. So we'll go into Mimikyu. This should be a good point for Mimikyu. The problem with us not having bulk, honestly, is that we kind of slowly get worn down. Like right here, it's like, even though I'll take this out, and yeah, it's a 5-4 game, in reality, he still has a big advantage on us because our stuff's starting to get worn down more and more, and he's still relatively healthy. I'm hoping, if he sends out Lily again, I don't know how much damage we do with Twinkle Tackle, but that could, because it's also resisted, but that could be an option. So could, that's what I was thinking of. So could Shadow Claw. So we could Shadow Claw, we could Farium Z, like there's a couple options there. Of course, we still have the Disguise, so that could be a nice little boost there. Juggernaut, that's got to be, yeah, I was going to say, that's got to be Aggron. So Aggron's obviously very physically defensive. So... Aggron's physically defensive. Now, when he Mega Evolves, he becomes Pure Steel. So he has to Mega Evolve on this turn. That's the thing. Do I want to go in? Yeah, we're going to swap into Pidgeot. I was going to say, he could go for, like, Stone Edge, which I feel like he might do. Just to kind of take care of Pidgeot here. Because otherwise, next turn, we're going to Mega Evolve, and we're going to Heat Wave him. Heavy Slam, okay. That's still not going to be, like, I'll say, that's not going to be pretty for us either way. But we'll do Mega, we'll Heat Wave. I don't think we'll we might KO just because of his special defense being what it is, but I feel like he'll probably swap out here. And if he swaps out, it's going to be... No, he's going to stay in. Okay. He must have been calcing it then, because if he swapped out, I would say he might swap out into Lily and just let that rock typing do what it needs to do. But he probably calced that a Heat Wave would be a 2-hit KO and not a 1-hit KO. Yeah. So now he's going to Heavy Slam, which is going to suck, honestly. Like, it's not the end of the world, but it does suck, definitely. So right now, we're going to go Entei. Now, Entei, even though he's super bulky, like, even though Aggron's super bulky, we can go for the... We can go for the Sacred Fire. Or, if he ends up swapping, honestly, if he ends up swapping, Bulldoze being 4 times effective to Lily would also really suck for him. So, it just depends on if he swaps or if he stays in or what. So, what I think I'll do, I'll go for the Bulldoze. Even though Sacred Fire would do more for me, I'm going to go for the Bulldoze. Not getting the stab. Does nothing. Super effective, and it does nothing. Yeah, Earthquake's going to hurt. Earthquake's going to hurt. Damn. Oh. That hurts. And of course, we're choice, so we can't really do anything. But another Bulldoze. I wish Entei learned Earthquake, to be honest with you, because Earthquake's just superior to Bulldoze on these things. Especially for Wi-Fi battling. So even though, like, his Juggernaut is dropped down to -2, it doesn't really matter, because -2 speed on an Aggron that wasn't outspeeding anything anyways. Like, I should have just gone for the Sacred Fire, but I was kind of hoping that he would have swapped. Okay, so into Mimikyu we go. Oh my goodness. So it looks like, honestly, it looks like 2 and 6 is probably inevitable for us. Like, unfortunately, 2 and 6 looks like it's probably inevitable for us. But if I can at least take out this Aggron here. Oh, come on. By 1? It lives on 1? You gotta be kidding me. So he's gonna break the disguise. I mean, that's kind of a given. We'll go for the Shadow Claw again, just on the off chance that he swaps, which I don't know why he would. If he swaps, it's just to preserve the KO count at this point, because he knows he's going to win. Yeah, so we'll just go for the Shadow Claw, take this thing out. He has Lily, and he still has 3 untouched mons. That's how far back we are already in this match. So next season, you guys, when we're drafting this team, like, there's some things I liked about the team, there's some things I would change. One, I need to add more bulk. Like, certain mons have definitely come through for us. Like, Raiku's had his moments. Keldio's had his moments. Entei, I feel like I thought I would see more out of than I did. You know, I kind of solely drafted Entei just for Sacred Fire 50% burns. And it seemed like a really good idea at the time, but it definitely didn't pan out throughout the whole season. So there's certain things, like, I would probably draft Keldeo again, I would probably draft Raikou again, but we need more bulk on the team. Like, the bulkiest mons we have, and this is saying something, are probably Roserade, which I rarely use, Klefki, which I used early in the season because I'm big on Klefki, but Klefki is very predictable, which is kind of to its detriment. So Klefki is really predictable. Yeah, I mean, and here's the other thing. So we drafted Audino, and I picked up Audino as like the last pick. I didn't use Audino a single match this season. Now, I probably could have and gotten more bulk out of it, but I feel like when I think bulk, I don't want something that's going to be just pure bulk and no attack. I kind of want like a tankier mon. So maybe like a Mega Blastoise or something like that in the future. Something where it's got defense, but it can also kind of dish a hit if it needs to. Ay. Alright, so at this point, like, we're just wrapping up here because even if I like the fact, okay, so the fact that friggin' Twinkle Tackle was a 3-hit KO on this thing, that alone tells you that there's no chance of a comeback on this. But yeah, so next season, guys, I'm probably going to switch the team up quite a bit. Like, keep the sweepers we have, add more defense, and probably swap some things out. Like, so if I had to go mon by mon, I would say, like, Keldeo I would keep. Landorus is a good Pokemon, but I didn't get much use out of it the later the season got, which is why it's not on our team this week. Like, early in the season, sure, it definitely held up its own. Late in the season, it did not. And that's kind of a problem. Like, the fact that it just did not hold up on its own really sucked. Now, Raikou, as I am hopefully about to get another KO here before we get dropped, on our loss, Raikou here has actually held up, and it's held up more now that I put HP Ice on it. So, previously it had Calm Mind on there, but as you can see, because we don't have that much bulk, we don't have that much opportunity, or we haven't had that much of opportunities to set up, like, just to really set up, like, stat usage moves. So, instead, I went for the HP Ice. It's helped out because early in the season, you guys saw we were getting wrecked by, like, earthquakes. So, just having that hidden power Ice has kind of pulled through at least once or twice. But there you have it, guys. Obviously, we've lost again, so that brings us down to 2-6 on the season. Now, 2-6, obviously we've missed the playoffs. We may or may not have another week. There's like kind of a discussion going on of whether or not we want to stretch it to 9 weeks or stick with the 8 weeks. So that kind of depends if there's going to be another week of PBL. If there is, tune in next week as we take on PokePrez. So PokePrez will be our opponent next week if there's another week. If not, I will be doing kind of a little bit of a recap video just to play through like what went well for the team, what didn't go well for the team, plans for next season, kind of solicit some feedback from you guys, all that good stuff. But with that being said, guys, unfortunately we did take the loss. Go ahead and leave me a comment down below letting me know what you thought, what kind of feedback you have for the team. And of course, as always, slap that like button while you're down there because as you know, your support is greatly appreciated. And of course, links to my opponent's channel, who is Kryptic Flash, will be down in the description. So feel free to check him out, show him some support, and root him on going forward into the season. But with that being said, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. This is Sleevecard signing out. Have yourselves a beautiful day. And, of course, I will see you later.